Each year, roughly 30% of people aged 60 and older take a serious fall. Surprisingly, most of these accidents do not occur during moments of stillness. They strike mid-motion. Walking around a corner, spinning around when someone calls out, looking both ways before crossing the street. How well your body stabilizes when your head moves is ultimately what determines whether you stay standing or hit the floor. So today we have a clear plan. We will start with two simple self-assessments that give you an honest picture of where your dynamic balance actually stands. You will leave with a real score to track over time. After that, three practical movements designed to fix exactly what those assessments expose. A chair or wall is all you need. 5 minutes a day. Let's dive into the assessments first. Before we get started, let's prepare your testing area. Safety comes first. Find an open space along a wall in your home. Position a solid chair roughly 4 to 5 steps ahead of where you plan to stand. The wall will be right beside you for stability. The chair will face you during the first assessment and act as your reference point for the second. Take a quick look at the floor around you. Clear away anything that could cause a trip hazard. No mats, no wires, no loose footwear. If someone else happens to be home, even better. Have them stay close by, though these assessments are fully designed for solo use. All set? Let's do this. Assessment 1. The heel-to-toe stance with head rotations. Here is how to set it up. Position yourself beside the wall. Rest your left hand lightly on the wall. Now line your feet up in tandem, one directly in front of the other, heel touching toes, like balancing on a narrow beam. Find your stability, then slowly lift your hand away, keeping it just an inch from the surface in case you need to grab back quickly. Here's how it works. Slowly rotate your head right, return to center, then rotate left, return to center. That is one complete cycle. Count how many full cycles you can complete before losing your footing, whether that means grabbing the wall, shifting your feet, or simply feeling too unsteady to continue. Keep it slow and controlled. No sudden jerks. A smooth, deliberate rotation to each side. Let's go. Get into your tandem stance. Release the wall when you feel ready. Right, center, left, center. That is 1. Keep going. Right, center, left, center. 2. Stand tall. Keep breathing. Right, center, left, center. 3. Continue at whatever pace feels comfortable. When you need to stop, lock in your number. If you hit 5, that is excellent. Stop right there. 5 is the ceiling for this assessment. Hold on to that number. We will revisit it shortly. Now shake out your legs. Take a few normal steps and let your balance system settle before moving on. Assessment 2 is called the walk, turn, and return. This one measures your dynamic balance, your capacity to stay controlled while moving forward, switching direction, and lowering yourself back into a seat. This is the type of stability you depend on countless times each day without a second thought. Let's get set up. Take a seat in your chair. Make sure it sits flush against the wall or is solid enough that it won't slide. Place both hands on your thighs. No clock required, you'll simply track your steps. On my signal, push yourself up to standing. Move in a straight line for 5 steps along the wall. Stop. Turn around slowly and carefully. Walk 5 steps back and ease yourself down into the seat. The wall remains right beside you throughout. Feel free to touch it anytime, but challenge yourself to walk independently if you can. Ready? Hands on thighs. Stand up. Move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now pause. Turn around slowly, no rush. Walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Face the chair and lower yourself down with control. Don't collapse into the seat. Well done. Here is how to score yourself. 1 point for each thing you managed without struggle. Rising without pushing off your hands. Turning without wobbling or touching the wall. Sitting down slowly without dropping. Total out of 3. Now combine both results. You have your head rotation count from assessment 1 up to 5 and your score from assessment 2 out of 3. Together, these two numbers paint a clear picture of where your balance stands right now. Your combined score is out of 8. Jot down both individual numbers and your total right now. For example, assessment 1, 3 rotations. Assessment 2, 2 out of 3. Grand total, 5 out of 8. Share your numbers in the comments below. I'd love to see where everyone lands. And tell us where you're tuning in from. We have an amazing community here, spanning every corner of the globe. Here is what your score actually means. A total of 7 to 8 out of 8 means your balance is in outstanding condition. Your inner ear system, leg strength, and overall coordination are firing on all cylinders. The exercises ahead will help you preserve that level well into the future. A score of 4 to 6 out of 8 tells us you have a decent base to build from, but there are some specific gaps holding you back. Look at exactly where you lost points. Those are your target areas. Every exercise I'm about to show you is built around fixing those specific weak spots. If you scored between 1 and 3 out of 8, don't be discouraged. Be motivated. You will see the most dramatic gains of anyone here. Your balance system responds to training faster than you think. 2 weeks from now, you will feel the difference. Whatever your score is, it is not a verdict. It is simply your starting point, and every starting point leads somewhere better. Now let's get to work. 3 movements, 5 minutes a day. Let's go. Movement 1. The seated march with head rotations. We begin seated because I want you feeling completely secure. While we wake up, your vestibular system, the balance center housed deep inside your inner ear. Each time your head rotates, this system transmits signals to your brain about where your body is in space. As we get older, those signals become sluggish, and the brain struggles to keep up. That lag is exactly what creates that unsettling feeling when you glance over your shoulder. We are going to rebuild that connection starting right now. Proper form. Sit upright in a solid chair, both feet flat on the floor, roughly hip-width apart. Avoid leaning into the backrest. I want your spine tall and your core lightly braced. Rest both hands on your thighs. Now start marching in place. Raise your right knee a few inches, lower it down. Raise your left knee, lower it down. Settle into a steady rhythm, roughly 1 lift every second. Good. Keep that rhythm going. Now here is where it gets interesting. Without breaking your march, gradually rotate your head to the right. Not a sharp snap, a slow, deliberate turn, as though you are checking who just entered the room behind you. Hold your gaze to the right for 2 marching steps. Then gradually bring your head back to center. Keep those legs moving. Now rotate to the left with that same smooth, unhurried motion. Hold for 2 steps and return to center. That completes 1 full cycle. Right, center, left, center, all while your legs continue marching. Aim for 5 complete cycles. This should take roughly 1 minute. Your brain is being challenged to handle 2 tasks simultaneously. Coordinating leg movement while processing shifting balance signals as your head rotates. This mirrors exactly what happens when you navigate a grocery aisle and glance toward the shelves. This movement trains that precise skill. Common errors to avoid. Error number 1. Rotating the head too quickly. This is the most frequent mistake I see. When you jerk your head rapidly, you flood the vestibular system with too much information at once, and that is when dizziness kicks in. Think of it this way. Your inner ear is like an old radio dial. Turn it gradually, and you find a clear signal. Spin it too fast, and all you get is static. Slow rotations, smooth transitions. Error number 2. Holding your breath. I notice this all the time. People concentrate so hard on the head rotation that they forget to breathe. Your brain needs oxygen to process balance signals. The moment you notice it happening, exhale and reset. Error 3. Legs freezing the instant your head turns. That defeats the entire purpose. The whole point is keeping your body moving while your head rotates. If coordinating both feels too challenging, cut the marching pace in half, but keep those legs going. If dizziness hits, stop the head rotations immediately. Keep marching with your gaze forward until it passes. Then try again with a smaller range of motion. Before we move on, take a moment to hit like and subscribe. It helps this content reach other older adults who genuinely need it. Thank you. Now let's get on our feet. Movement 2. Chair-supported standing head rotations. We are taking everything you just practiced seated and adding the challenge of an upright position. Now your entire body must work to keep you stable while your inner ear is being stimulated by head movement. This is a notable step up in difficulty, which is exactly why the chair is there. Proper form. Stand directly behind a solid chair. Place both hands on the backrest with a firm but relaxed grip. The chair is your safety net, not something to lean on. Feet shoulder width apart. Knees slightly bent, never locked, spine straight, shoulders loose. We begin with side-to-side rotations. Gradually turn your head to the right. Hold for 1 second. Gradually bring it back to center. Now rotate to the left. Hold. Return to center. Repeat 5 times on each side. Your body stays completely still throughout. Only your head moves. Your shoulders should not chase your head. Your hips should not twist. Picture your body as a solid statue with only your head capable of movement. Now here is where things get more interesting. We introduce up and down movements. Slowly drop your head forward, bringing your chin toward your chest. Hold. Lift back to center. Now gently tilt your head back, raising your eyes toward the ceiling. Hold. Return to center. 5 repetitions in each direction. Why add vertical movements? Because looking up and down is where most older adults actually lose their balance in real life. Reaching for a high shelf, bending down to pick something up, these everyday actions can trigger dizziness when the inner ear isn't conditioned for them. Once comfortable with both directions separately, combine them. Right, center, up, center, left, center, down, center. 1 full cycle. Aim for 3 cycles. Ready to progress? Start with both hands on the chair, then challenge yourself with just one. Once one hand feels steady, try resting just your fingertips on the backrest. Each reduction pushes your body to take on more of the balancing work independently. Never rush through the levels, though. Stay at each stage until it genuinely feels effortless. Common errors. Error 1. Rotating the entire upper body instead of isolating the head. Watch yourself carefully here. When you turn right, your right shoulder should not pull backward. When you tilt up, your chest should not rise. Keep everything below the neck completely still. If your shoulders are drifting with your head, your neck muscles are likely tight and your body is compensating. Slow down and focus exclusively on movement from the neck upward. Error 2. Locking out the knees. When people focus intensely on head movements, they tend to stiffen their entire body, legs included. Locked knees are the enemy of good balance. They transform you into a rigid pole that can only topple sideways. Soft knees function like shock absorbers, allowing your body to make countless tiny corrections. Check your knees right now. Are they slightly bent? Perfect. Keep them that way throughout. Error 3. Tilting your head back too far. When I say look upward, I do not mean crane your neck toward the ceiling. That extreme range can compress the vessels in your neck and cause real dizziness, particularly in older adults. A gentle backward tilt of around 30 degrees is more than sufficient. You should be able to see where the upper wall meets the ceiling. That is your limit. If the vertical movements trigger any dizziness, leave them out entirely for the first week. Stick exclusively to side-to-side rotations. Introduce the vertical component only once the horizontal turns feel completely natural. Your inner ear adapts, but it needs adequate time to do so. Now we arrive at movement number 1. This is the most critical exercise of the entire session because it brings everything together: stability, forward motion, head rotations, and full body coordination. When do falls actually occur? Not during stillness. They happen mid-motion, while walking and spinning around to respond to someone, while crossing a parking lot and scanning for oncoming vehicles. This movement prepares your body for exactly those real-life moments. Proper form. Position yourself alongside a wall. Rest your left hand on the surface for support. A long hallway works perfectly here. If that is not available, line up 2 or 3 chair backs along your path and use those as handholds as you move forward. Now arrange your feet in tandem position, heel to toe, just as you did during the first assessment. Here is the challenge. With every other step, rotate your head to one side. Step, rotate right, step, back to center, step, rotate left, step, back to center. Cover roughly 8 to 10 steps forward. Then pause, turn around carefully, and make your way back. The first time you attempt this, it will feel awkward. Your body will instinctively want to widen its base. Your feet will drift sideways instead of tracking a straight line. That is perfectly normal. That is your brain struggling to combine narrow base walking with incoming balance signals. And that struggle is precisely where the real training occurs. Begin with just 4 steps if 10 feels overwhelming. The distance is irrelevant. What matters is the quality of every single step. Common errors. Error 1. dropping your gaze to watch your feet. The instinct makes complete sense. You want to see exactly where each foot lands. But lowering your head shifts your balance center and actually makes staying steady harder. It also shuts down the vestibular training entirely. Your feet have done this thousands of times. Let them work. Keep your eyes level and use your side vision to stay aware of the wall next to you. Second mistake, picking up the pace when things feel shaky. It sounds counterintuitive, but most people instinctively speed up when they feel off balance. The problem is that moving faster creates momentum, and momentum is precisely what sends people to the ground. Deliberately slow yourself down. Third mistake, letting your whole upper body follow your head. We covered this earlier. Your torso has one job: stay facing forward, shoulders planted, hips square. Your head is the only thing that gets to move. If your entire body twists with every head rotation, you end up zigzagging rather than moving in a straight line. Keep the torso quiet and let the head move freely. If the tandem walk with head rotations feels too demanding right now, here is where to begin. Spend the first week doing the tandem walk without any head movement at all. Simply focus on heel-to-toe stepping with your hand on the wall and eyes level. Own that pattern first. Then, in week 2, layer in the head rotations. Building up gradually is not a shortcut. It is actually how the best results are achieved. Here is your daily plan. Movement 3. Seated march with head rotations, 1 minute. Movement 2. Standing head rotations with chair support, 2 minutes. Movement 1. Tandem walk with head rotations, 2 minutes. Total, 5 minutes daily. Work through them in order every day. Your inner ear responds best to short, consistent sessions. 5 minutes daily beats 30 minutes once a week every time. You just completed something most people never attempt. You challenged your stability, conditioned your vestibular system, and gave your brain a workout it hasn't had in years. Feeling wobbly or grabbing the chair is not failure. That is your starting point. And starting points only move upward. Write down your test scores and stick them somewhere visible. Commit to 5 minutes daily for 2 weeks, then retest yourself. Your numbers will improve, I guarantee it. Share your before and after in the comments. Your progress could inspire someone else to begin. If this helped you, hit like and share it with someone who worries about falling. Subscribe for new practical content every week. Together, we are building a community that refuses to let age steal our confidence.